All right. We are in.
We are in. Oh, I'm getting a little dusty and rusty when I forget to pour the beverages.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to need those.
I forgot. Oh, yeah, we need those because I'm back, because you have to deal with my voice. Yeah, sorry, people. Sorry it won't be just Rasheed's smooth tones.
Someone sounds a little salty.
I'm not salty. It's my fault. I'm the one that scheduled extra pop-ups and, push prep, so.
You're just too popular for us. That's what it is.
I doubt that.
We are honored that you grace us with your presence today.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, okay? Okay, so thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. The Chaos Agent's back. Sorry, people.
Yeah, the last guy didn't work out, so Brian's back. Tell a friend to tell two friends.
Well, at least I know that I can't be replaced by an empty chair.
That's true. That's true.
I'm doing better than nothing.
That's true. We need to put a stuffed animal in the chair next time. Something to
and then
to.
actually have a camera on it.
Something to cut. You know what I want? Next time you can't make it, because I know there'll be a chance when I can't. I'm going to get bobbleheads of us made. So if you ever have to record without me, we can just set a bobblehead on the mic.
If I ever have to record without you, that will be the lowest listened to episode ever.
Well, at least your mom and my mom will still listen to it.
Yeah, maybe just my mom. Good idea, bad idea?
Gladly.
All right, so this is going to tie into the story we have for later in the show.
All right.
Okay, what is one of the most annoying things about going to, let's just say just above a casual restaurant, is they act like you get your server and they act like you've never dined out before. It's like, have you eaten with us before? And then they go and if you say no, they go on to explain how a restaurant works.
We have a menu. There's items on there that you can purchase.
It's like, oh, we have appetizers and we have first courses. It's all explained on the menu.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it gets even worse if you go to a nice steakhouse, because they feel like they have to go through the entire oh, our steaks come from this butcher, this supplier, and and they go through all this rigmarole about we're one of the only people in the South that use this supplier. It's all bull. It's that other people use the supplier.
Yeah, everyone on the strip probably uses the supplier.
Yeah. I want to change my bad idea, because it is truly a bad idea, is if you're going to a really nice steakhouse, I think there should be a QR code next to the type of steak you're going to order. And when you scan the QR code, it gives you a 23andMe breakdown of the entire lineage of that cow.
23andMe breakdown.
It goes this cow's father was this percentage Wagyu versus Black Angus, came from this farm, ate on this diet.
I see where this is going with our stories.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad. Well, they sort of do that overseas with different cheeses and different cuts of Kalman and stuff that. They have it pinned, and you can sort of go back to tell this hog.
Say it's a really good hog or steak, and it should give you the breakdown of what the minerality of the soil, just like a wine.
That's not bad.
That's why it's a good or bad idea.
I don't see the bad on that.
But it'll also save all the time of people trying to explain why their steaks are being priced at $200 a steak.
I like that. We could put some bucks behind that. I genuinely like that concept, because Lee and I have talked about it for years. I have two ideas for a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So it's sort of like two urban licks, but better. I want the pits and the cooks to be in the middle, and all the tables sort of form a circle around it. So every angle you're seeing the show. It's a constant show. It's hibachi, but they still have the glass. They still have the ridiculous vents that keep the guys safe and not dying and all that jazz. But I want I want the meal and the show to just go hand in hand, just like that. And then the second is obnoxiously high-end, smoked meats sushi served in that, when you go to some of these Michelin places overseas where you get that one thing. That's it. You're watching it crafted. It's maybe 40 courses, but it's one bite. So this lamb has been smoked, salt cured for X days, shaved thin, rolled, done up real nice. That's why I practice making sauces and stuff. And you get that one bite. Enjoy that one bite. Then there's a custom drink that goes with that one bite. Cool, done. Palate cleanser, on to the next one.
Yeah, high-end meat omakase.
Yes.
No, so I need
Shout out to Ted.
Yeah, I need to send you a video from I think it was the meat show on Eater, and there was a place I want to say it was it's either Britain or Australia. They know how to do it right in those countries. It was like they had the open fire cooking, and it was like what you said. It was basically there was like tables on either side, and then it kind of rounded like, and so it was just a U shape. And so they would sit there, and then you could see the people grilling your meat like right in front of you, and then they would serve you right off, like basically right off the grill.
So I've got and the reason why I like that is people like the show, especially when it comes to fire and meat. You put a grill with flames and meat in the middle of any neighborhood in America, you're gonna see guys flock like, what's going on over there? You know, because they want the show, they like seeing it. There's just an aroma about it. I don't care what it is. Propane all day, but coals and wood, when that fat hits that sizzle, that pop back up, there's just an aroma and a sense of being with it that you're just like, oh, you're just drawn to it. Corey had McMahon did his first brisket last week, and he called me in the middle of the night. He's like, you sleep? I was like, no, you know my hours. This is when we're working. And he goes, I get it. It's like, I get it now. I get why you guys like this. I understand why you're calm. Like he's like, this is like the best feeling. It's so like, I want to do this more. I was like, yeah, it's addictive.
Well, you're calm when everything's running right. When it's not running right, it's the most frustrating experience.
It's fun. It's fun when it's not running right, but that's why you practice when everything shouldn't be easy.
Yeah. I would say everybody likes the show. It's like that's why people pay thousands of dollars to have a look-alike do some salt off there.
Yeah. You sent me that video, the $1,000 steak, and I was like, I'd be so mad if they overcooked my steak. Like, you're putting on that show and that carryover heat sort of went too far. I asked for rare, and I'm gnawing on medium.
Well, I mean, that guy only he has how many restaurants around the world? He only shows up at the ones that are opening. So if you go like up 2 months into that restaurant, the guy doing salt that kind of looks like him is
Salt Bay.
Yeah, Salt Bay. You're paying thousands of dollars to have a look-alike do it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, because we have to get to our intro eventually. I will not knock him because he started grinding, dishwasher, busting tables. He worked his way up to where he is now. But don't run onto the field during the World Championship in Salt Bay, the trophy. Let everyone have their moment. Just putting that out there.
Maybe the biggest trophy in the world.
Yeah, sports history. Like, just let them have.
Was
their
that the
moment.
World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah.
yes,
Ran
they're
up
going
on Messi.
Yeah, like they're going to come to your restaurant after. Do it there. Let them have their moment.
Yeah, just do the Stanley Cup where you could Salt Bay the trophy after, like you can drink out of the Stanley Cup after.
I mean, apparently we can dent the Stanley Cup now. So
Yeah,
okay.
you can do whatever. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to This Week in Barbecue, the barbecue-focused podcast that introduces you to both the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of barbecue. I am your host, Rasheed Phillips, and joining me again, because he took a break because I don't think he likes me as much as he used to, Mr.
Bryan Holt. Why are you going to treat me like that? Whoa, the hostility.
And, of course, the voice you hear, but the face you do not yet see, Mr.
Lee Garman.
See, we're working on this. We got it all.
Hey, he said his last name.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I've said it.
See,
Yeah,
if you were here, you'd have known.
but it is my fault.
It's all
It is
good,
my
bro.
fault.
It's all good.
Hey, so since we kind of hinted at the story, should I get into that story right away?
Right on, my friend.
So, how Wagyu is your Wagyu?
How Wagyu is your Wagyu? How black is your black? I remember that from the 90s. We can't do that now because the whole world is PC. But how Wagyu is your Wagyu? Run us through it.
All right. So Daniel Vaughn, Texas Monthly, had a really good article talking about
Barbecue Snob on the IG.
Yep, talking about how America grades Wagyu beef. What do you think, to be considered Wagyu beef in America, what percentage do you think it has to be?
I think I'm gonna leave the first part of that sentence off and just say like 5%.
Oh, it's higher than that.
Okay.
It has to be. It's just under 47%.
Okay.
Like it has to have a lineage of like 47, like at least 40%. That's why like Arby's can call it a Wagyu burger, even though most of it is Angus.
Yeah.
By the way, how much Angus has to be in a cab certified.
That's a good question. 35? 0, really?
It does not have to be Angus. It just has to have half of its coat be black.
Well, does that mean I'm Angus? Because I'm fully coated black on both sides.
Yeah, no, like it doesn't.
Hey, you guys get extra points if you catch that reference. Leave it in the comments. I will send you a hat if you got that reference. Black on both sides.
By the way, he's saying it's getting mailed this weekend, so you get some more hats this weekend.
Did we? Oh, right on. We got more hats. I'll take it.
So
my hat, my hair's almost to the point where I can wear hats anyway, so I'll welcome those.
Yeah. So one of the things he was bringing up in the article, I think, is if you go to like Australia or Japan, the way they grade Wagyu is so completely different and better than us because USDA stops at prime.
Yes.
And then also with prime, they're only grading the ribeye portion of the cow. Mm-hmm. So if you have a prime brisket, it might not be prime, even though the ribeye from which that brisket came from was rated prime.
Yeah.
So, because like you can go up to like there's 5 levels of Wagyu in other countries, and we don't even have a classification at all.
No.
Like
No,
it's
We're
just
just have Wagyu, right?
yeah.
We're just happy to be there.
It's the same thing as like how someone can slap
Thanks
on.
for letting us come.
It's the same thing as like where we can slap Kobe or Kobe on anything.
Kobe. We respect Kobe.
We respect Kobe.
Hey, you say you slapping Kobe, you catching. Yeah.
Kobe.
Don't call me for anything.
So did anybody get back to you about not putting Michael Jordan on your top 5?
No, not yet. I should release that clip though. It's out there, but no one's. We do have it cut down, but no one's yelled at me about it yet.
Because you haven't released the clip.
Well, I mean, they listen. We've got a lot of listens on the episode, but no one's stated anything.
Release the Snyder cut.
All right, we'll release the Snyder. Release the Snyderverse. Okay.
Yeah. So in Australia, you can go up to like A1, A2, A3, A5. Here we have nothing. They could, as long as it's technically 40, whatever, just below 47%, they can call it Wagyu, even though it's almost not really anywhere close. It barely meets the criteria for like that first level in Japan.
Okay, well, now we know.
So, you're always harping on like, even though they have all these fancy labels, know the actual quality of your meat. So
because it's marketing. It's
Marketing.
very, very easy. Fresh, never frozen. Well, there is a technical temperature that meat qualifies for as frozen. So as long as they don't hit that, it still meets FDA food preservation, but it does not technically meet frozen specifications.
my favorite is fresh.
Marketing loopholes.
My favorite is fresh frozen.
Oh gosh.
And so, are you saying that all your other products are frozen stale?
It's just frozen across the board. It's heavily chilled.
So,
Heavily
question
chilled.
then on Wagyu: can we even get like the top tier?
Oh yeah,
Here
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
America?
Like, it gets imported, and
Yeah.
you will have to pay out the.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's ridiculous.
It's just like real Wagyu is just like real wasabi. People are like, oh, I love wasabi.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you like horseradish. No, I've had wasabi.
No.
No, you have not, because real wasabi costs your car payment for half an ounce.
And isn't there only one place that makes
Yeah,
real wasabi?
yeah.
now? Yeah.
There's a stateside one that they do a rendition of it, but yeah, we can go down that rabbit hole. I think when we do go down that rabbit hole, we should have Ted on.
we should have Ted on.
We definitely have to. Ted, I know you're listening, brother. We're having you on for that one. I did talk to Ted. We have been talking. We've been trying to schedule stuff.
Trying to link up.
Yeah, it's not going to happen in May.
We had mediocre pizza on Sunday.
I saw. Do not look happy.
All right, how much?
Pizza
How
looked very
much do you
sad.
think this is Atlanta prices, but one slice, a thing of ranch, and a bottle of water cost?
$14.
Well, everybody goes high.
No, for what you guys had, I was thinking like 9.
Okay, yeah, it was 9 before tip.
Okay.
The bottle of water was $3.
All right, yeah. I could see.
But so what was your total?
So it was like 11 something, 11.42. Like, look, if you're charging $4.75 for a slice of pizza, and so that's what like all the really good places in New York charge. That's what DeFara is charging. That's what Best Pizza's charging. That's what Lindustry's charging.
I'm getting me $1 slice and calling it a day.
Right, but like it needs to be on that level.
Yeah.
And what I had was nowhere near that level.
What's the place that everyone would go to the after? Is it Fellini's?
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
In Atlanta, yeah.
Fellini's, yeah.
Yeah.
Bring your own wine and just go to town.
You know what a Fellini's is $2.95.
Yeah.
A slice.
And it's huge.
Well, no, Fellini's isn't BYOB. You're thinking of it's down by Tech.
I thought Fellini's was supposed to be.
No, Fellini's is all over the place, but I don't think there's one down by Tech.
No, the BYOB one. It's like
Fellini's
real
is good.
pizza.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Somebody tell us.
Somebody
comment.
Somebody call in right now.
Yeah, right.
The hotlines are open.
We do need to get the hotline set up, guys. We are working on it, I promise.
Could we get a live hotline?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
We could.
Okay. We can make it happen. I'll front that. Let's do it.
I want someone to rant about Trey Young and Matt Ryan on the podcast.
Oh, God. Wrong podcast. I think that's Barbecue and Sports. I think, that's their podcast, Barbecue and Sports. Sports and Barbecue, I think is the title of that podcast.
No, that's just local sports radio, and I don't want anything. I don't want that anywhere near us.
Oh, news then. Yeah? Because we marked
Yeah,
that
we
one.
did one news, so.
Okay, so let's give it up for Rockstars making a change. Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, pulls a 16-hour shift.
In the rain.
In the rain, feeding the homeless in Los Angeles for the Hope Mission, which helps feed and take care of the homeless community there. Fed over 450 people. He was slinging ribs, brisket, pork butt, and sides. Anybody who's ever rolled smoke, you understand how grueling. See what I did there? I'm not proud of that. Running a 16-hour shift can be on the body. And this isn't Dave's first soiree into the barbecue world.
He's been doing it for years.
Yeah, he's a heavy roller. He's in the crew. Someone actually sent this article to me. I believe it was Lacey. Thank you, Lacey. She was like, you need to get him on the podcast. Respectfully, Lacey, Grohl has no idea who we are, nor do I think that would ever happen.
But we're not saying no.
I know someone who knows him.
Well, then you let that happen. But
well, we'd have to get them on the podcast first.
I don't want to. Yeah.
Speaking of which, segue into the next story.
Okay.
Because this is the person that knows him. Soul Belly Barbecue is doing a Las Vegas class, barbecue class on 313. Bruce Kalman, he was on Top Chef, who used to work in the LA food scene and then moved to Las Vegas and started a barbecue restaurant. So he knows Dave Grohl, and kind of like that's how he got into barbecue, is actually, I think, because of Dave Grohl.
Really?
Yeah.
I know Bert, and Bert knows Grohl.
Yeah.
I think Bert's selling a house or just bought a house. Either which way, I'm obviously not selling enough briskets to afford a $6 million spot. So,
Well, I mean, Bert does real estate.
I know.
The barbecue is the side gig for him.
It is, but still, I want to get on that level.
Yeah, but that's a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. class. We'll have the link to buy tickets for that class.
Dude, check it out.
And you're going to Las Vegas.
I'm going to Vegas in
March, right?
Yeah, this month. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna
2 weeks.
You're gonna try and stop by Soul Belly.
I'm going to. I wanted to fly in early, but the ticket prices are bananas, and I hate being useless right when I land. So I'm landing. I may just change the flight and bite the bullet and eat the cost, to be perfectly honest with you. But I changed my flight from Monday to leaving Sunday because it was over $1,000 difference. And then I was going to be on the first thing moving, land there at 9 a.m. But now I'm landing at 9 p.m. But I just know I'm going to be wrecked, and then the whole week is just scheduled out so tightly that I may have to shift it. But I don't know what's going on right now. But going to Vegas, it's never been this expensive.
No, it's all flights. It's all flights. Like every flight anywhere has shot up astronomically, and then it's not helping that JetBlue and Spirit are trying to merge.
Yeah, I told you, Lee, we got to get that Sprinter.
Let's do it.
Just get the Sprinter. That'd be the way to do it. Hey, anybody listening, if you're at a dealership, Ash, I'm talking to you. If you guys come across a Sprinter van under 100,000 miles on it, shoot us a DM. Or if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that had a friend one time that worked at the dealership, let us know. Trying to acquire some additional business vehicles. The pickup trucks are great, but there's a lot of us, and Corey always leaves forehead stains on my back seat. So if you guys
need headroom.
He does need
literal headroom.
Literal headroom.
Also Anticos.
Oh, that's the spot in Tico's.
in
That's
Tico's.
right.
Yeah, and that's right. Yeah, the Neapolitan spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The original one. Like, not. I mean, they've got a few other locations.
Yeah, but it
where
was
the
it's
same thing,
up
but,
north
like,
side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one
north
off where the roads were horrible and there was like those two weird intersections right next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for Mercedes Sprinter vans and 2022 and up Suburbans.
Hey, do you remember that Las Vegas emo festival last year?
Yeah.
The when you were young.
Yeah.
Remember how it got canceled?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because the one. So, Soul Belly has a live stage and they have live music. All American Rejects played an impromptu show at Soul Belly
Because of the
because of the canceling. Like, because the lead guy knew Bruce and he was like, "Can we come set up at your barbecue?" So they just had
That's
people
awesome.
packed out, which was really cool
Gotta love it. That about having been there, I understand why they canceled.
because of the winds.
It was so bad. It's
Yeah.
very, very bad there. So
Yeah.
I remember at one point they told us, "Hey, we got to cut off all the fire. Anything with an open flame, cut it all off," and we had to shut down. It was bad.
Valleys can be tricky with their weather. Big
True. And what do we got next? Do you want to run the next one?
Oh, no, I think we're doing it back and forth, so it's on you.
Service. I'll hit it. Work with the best. They took a vacation because that's what you do when you're just slinging Q round the clock and rolling smoke like you're rolling.
Yeah, but now tell them what they did on the vacation though.
They went and ate a lot of barbecue.
Yeah, they took their team out to Texas and did a Texas trip.
They did. And if you don't know who we're talking about yet, we're talking about the amazing cats over at Moos. They are actually hiring a full-time kitchen position. So if you're trying to get your big toe in the game and get some hands-on experience, you and I have both talked about it, before. If you want to learn, go to the restaurants, go to the businesses, volunteer to help, do whatever. You don't have to be on payroll to sweep floors or to just, mop up or just greet people, but they are hiring a full-time kitchen position. We could spend the rest of the episode listing off their recent accolades.
Well, I
but
mean,
they're kicking ass.
what this great thing is, like, if you want to learn, Moose started from doing the driveway pop-ups.
The driveway pop-ups with smorgasbord.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
just
like,
kept killing it.
they if you want to get a lot of advice on what to do and what not to do, because they got shut down by the LA health whatever you call it,
Health Commission.
Commission
to
one
get the
time.
proper paperwork, and they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
So if you want learn on how to do everything, so that if you want to go do it later on, you know exactly how to do it from the people who did the entire process. And now they're making some of the best food in LA. Weren't they? They were top 10.
Top 10 LA.
I want to say top
Eater,
5. Wasn't the
James
number 4?
Beard Award
Number 4.
nominated. They've done a
Number 3 or number 4.
They've gotten a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. You're up, my friend.
Okay, so another class, Zavalas brisket class, on April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke, even though it's Joe Zavala and he likes to tell jokes. Shout out to Brisket and Maine podcast, him and CJ telling jokes the entire time.
There you go.
So they're doing a class. Again, we'll have the link in the
Show note.
show notes. Oh, and also, so at Zavala's, his wife used to run Mass Coffee Co. Congratulations to Mass Coffee Co. They recently just opened their full brick and mortar. And actually at the back of the brick and mortar, which is funny how it works out, Zavala's distribution company now. So you can go, there's one spot in Grand Prairie where you can go, and I think they have, I want to say at least 40 of the top 50 places that do rubs. It's all in one location. So you can go get rubs from all of the different barbecue spots. I bet you can guess the one that they couldn't get in contact with.
I could guess.
You could guess.
I could guess.
Yeah, but they have pretty much everybody else.
Good.
So there's one stop shop in Grand Prairie now. If you want to go pick up rubs, sauces, all of that stuff, and you can get some coffee.
There it is. Coffee's the play. We've been talking about it for years. Mm-hmm. Coffee is the play. All right, I guess the service back on me. Well, it's a two-parter here, ladies and gentlemen. Kingsford Preserve the Pit program is back, and they are accepting applicants. How do I know? Because I'm a mentor. So, for those of you who are always emailing, DMing, sending smoke signals, I think I got a singogram once, asking how you can work with me, you want to quote-unquote break bread or pick my brain or what have you, well, now's your chance, and it won't cost you a thing. All you have to do is just apply. So we will have the application link in the show notes, or if you don't want to wait for that, just head on over to preservethepit.com. Amazing stand-up cast of talent and mentors there. You know, one time for B, Mr. Brian Furman, Pops, Kevin Bludso, Rasheed Jones, Davita Davidson, Amy Mills, Pat Neely. It's great talent, endless amount of information, and then somehow someone went out drinking and had way too many and decided to add me to the list. So I'm not going to complain. I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm hoping to help make some positive change. Basically, you know, give you guys access to all my resources. And really, guys, just go apply, you know. What do you have to lose? Not much, but a ton to gain. So that's happening, and I'm very, very proud and very honored. And it had been a very tricky, like just keeping it under wraps, you know. Like it's just a great honor to be part of something in this third year and help be a part of history and making it grow.
And that was your first big announcement this week, right?
That was the first big announcement. And then the second was we did a giveaway with Bare Bones, and we're facilitating an adventure kit for those people to go out, explore more, discover more. Very happy. I love the outdoors, and you know, when you're cooped up for 2 years, you kind of want to get out and see some stuff. So we announced those winners, and if you haven't seen that, go on back and check. But we're gonna have a lot more fun giveaways and a lot more stuff going on. You're up, my friend.
All right. Well, someone in the barbecue adjacent world, Elliot Moss, he just opened his new restaurant this week.
Yes.
So it's not barbecue. And so if you didn't know, he sold his partnership, his stake in Buxton Hole Barbecue and Buxton Hole Chicken Palace.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's called. And so he officially opened Little Louie's this week. And I'm sure they'll do some barbecue at some point there. That or Regina's West Side, wherever he opens that in Asheville.
Yeah. He put a post out earlier this week saying, you know, this body's getting ready to smell like smoke again.
Yeah.
And shout out to him, man. He took the break and just went in a self-care mode. You know, he was doing like daily swims, meditations. He got back into his art and was, you know, crafting more and just painting more. So that's the right thing. This thing can take a toll on you if you let it, but shout out to Elliot, man, for taking that time to just relax, reset, and, you know, restructure.
Yeah, sometimes you got to reset that clock.
Yes, and he definitely did it. So good on you, brother. Good on you. This is one from our buddy Keenan Pitts BBQ. They're doing an evening of big reds, and we're not talking about the cola. We're talking about wine. So he's going to be at Atlanta Wine Shop. And I have to say, this one brings me down memory lane. You know, that's how I started doing the chateaus and doing the smoked charcuterie boards and appearing at different wine shops and venues and vineyards throughout Atlanta. And it's good on him. We're going to have more information on that in the show notes where you can pick up your tickets. It'll be a good time. If I'm not mistaken, too, he's also doing the 18th of February, doing a St. Patrick's Day whole hog cooking as well.
Right. Yeah. I think at Deep Roots Wine Market in Roswell.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, brother.
If you want to know how to pair wine and barbecue, Brian Keenan is the guy to see.
That's true.
Because before he got into barbecue, he was in the wine industry.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So like, if you talk to him, he's very passionate about how wines pair with barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it all on me? It is on me, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I think the next question or the next little line I'm reading is kind of both of us.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so are we journalists or media?
Or
media?
Oh, that question. Yeah,
we're not journalists.
We're definitely media.
Yeah,
we're definitely media, and that came up because Lee and I were talking, and there was this video clip of Noriega where he was going off, letting the audience of his podcast know. Drink Champs, shout out to Drink Champs. If you don't listen, check it out. It's on Revolt and all that jazz. He's like, I'm not a journalist. I just do journalist shit. You know, I'm media if you had to put a title on it. You know, but you often get asked because we report on news, we answer questions, we give what we believe to be factual advice and information. But I'm not a journalist.
No.
Just
I mean, neither am I.
I just do media shit. That's it. That's all it is. So next set of stories, and we'll knock these through out, and we'll get to your questions. OBR, Operation Barbecue Relief. You guys should be familiar with them by now. I think every episode I'm talking about Stan and the guys, Stan the man, 10 toes down, always the first feet on the ground during any type of disasters or what have you. He and his crew are out there feeding the masses. Thank you, Stan, for any and all. It's truly appreciated. They are currently building out their headquarters. They've had great donations from like Black Rifle Coffee, from Rhino Propane, and so many others that they are actually now wondering if anyone has any lightly used items. So if you just bought a bed and then your kid just went off to college and so they only use it for you and you're trying to get rid of it, they'll take that. Dressers are just trying to furnish the establishments, furnish these camps where their volunteers stay. So they have a full wish list that we will have in the show notes. So check that out if there's anything you want to purchase off their list to get shipped to them. Or if you already have it and you want to donate it, all the information will be there. I don't know if I've messed with them, but good guys.
Speaking of which, stuff for a good cause, Hogs for the Cause is coming up at the end of the month, March 31st. General admission tickets are still available. Like, you can still get 2-day general admission tickets. I think the VIPs are still available too, in some capacity. If you don't, even if you're not planning on going and you see your favorite like barbecue restaurant that's going, a lot of them are taking donations to help support pediatric cancer research. So you can, without even going, you can donate to the cause.
And that's important. So it'd be great if you can go, but sometimes time, scheduling, and all that jazz does not permit. So that's a great workaround to still be a part of it. And if I'm not mistaken, too, you can request a 501c3 receipt to put on your taxes.
Yep.
There you go. There's that.
I mean, if you do it through the right thing anyway, they're just going to send you one.
Yeah.
So
next, we've got Troubadour Fest happening in Midland, Texas, March 20th at Aggie Park, which is over at Texas A&M University. They've got a heck of a lineup. They're going to have cruise, interstellar barbecue.
Kreitz.
Kreitz.
It's Kreitz.
It is Kreitz.
Yeah.
Right, it is Kreitz. I forgot that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the only reason I stopped you and did it because there were going to be people immediately go, it's Kreitz.
Well, let them. We need the engagement. Like I said, cruise.
Kobe.
Interstellar Barbecue, Black's Barbecue, not affiliated with anyone black, shockingly. Truth Barbecue, and many, many more. We will have additional details, the link in the show notes. TroubadourFestival.com if you want to go, show some love. I wish I could make it, but I will be in Memphis for Memphis in May. So if you see an awkward Sasquatch-looking Jamaican oak tree in Memphis, Tennessee with locks, it's me.
You'll be in Memphis in May.
I will be in Memphis in May.
I will be at Variant Brewing for the second annual OTP Craft Barbecue Festival.
There you go. Let them know about it.
With Bryan, Keenan, Mark Springfield, Springfield Barbecue Co., Keenan, Richard Washington, Keebler's. Yeah. Keenan, Keebler's.
There's a lot of K's.
There's a lot of K's.
There's
a lot of Bryans.
Sells seashells
by the seashore.
There's a lot of Bryans in Georgia Barbecue. There's a lot of K's in Georgia Barbecue. And Barbecue
Sally
Yanka.
smokes salmon.
Yeah.
No, so I dig it. We got to get Richard's dodging us, man. He's over there living the good life, traveling, stopping at barbecue places all over the world.
I'm getting one done next week, so.
I dig it.
Yeah, and Richard's on the list.
Good deal. So. Good deal. So this goes into our questions. So we'll lead right in. We'll tell. That's where you guys think I make this stuff up, but no one is this creative. Not even Stephen King can write the horror story that are the group chats with my sisters. But I'll give you guys a peek in.
And this is why we are an explicit rated podcast right here coming up.
Yes, if there are children in the room, I would say cover their ears. But according to my sisters, these are children books. Whew, okay. Let's...
And this is because you solo podcasted and everybody was like, oh yeah, you have a soothing voice.
It is. It is.
Without that Bryan guy around, this is actually easy to listen to.
It's like, you want to go back to doing a solo show? I was like, no.
Did you miss me?
I did miss you.
Okay.
We did. We did. No, so last week's podcast was solo dolo. We did read through some news, answered some questions, but the oldest of the petty sisters was just saying how, it's soothing. You should read the kids' book. That, my nephew wanted one particular book read. I was like, all right, cool. I can knock that out. I'll definitely do that. Here comes the littlest one, just trotting along with her rice cakes, saying, I've got a list of books I want you to read. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I knew from jump. First off, I didn't talk to you about the book, so I already know where this is going.
Right.
Like, no, prep yourself. I was like, oh, gosh. So she sends me this list of books, and I'm going to read you these books because these are actual books that you can purchase. And the fact
But are they actual children's books?
I will let the audience decide. This is where the breakout begins. So these are the list of children's books that my sister wants me to read. First, Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber. Gomer the Gassy
Is that the
Goat.
Brazilian edition? Sorry.
Oh, gosh. I would hope so. I don't know. But there's a photo of a very hairy beaver. I'm sorry, Brian's mom. Oh, gosh.
Is it an angry beaver?
I think those are brothers. It just gets worse. Linda's tight clam needs loosening. Brenda's beaver plays around, and it's a golf. It's golf. Oh, God.
I guess what are they using a 9-wood? Sorry, like I just saw
Iron. It's an iron.
It's an iron.
It's an iron.
It's definitely more than a putter. I know that.
Yeah.
D's Big Nuts, featuring a squirrel. Oh gosh,
That feels too easy.
It
That's
is
too
really
easy. Yeah.
Well, they get easier. Hookers and Blow, Save Christmas. It's a tow truck and a snow plow. Oh gosh, I want to say it stops, but top rated like one. This had a star beside it. Put Tony's nuts in your mouth, and Tony is just your average entrepreneur trying to make it through a recession. Shout out to Tony. Tony slinging.
Is it? Does he have a soprano? Is it gabagool?
It's not gabagool, but keeping his family fed one mouthful at a time. I was wrong. Go to Fuck to Sleep was actually on the list by Samuel L. Jackson.
Here's the thing: is you can't read that because Samuel L. Jackson already read that.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that.
The only person that could read that above Samuel L. Jackson would be if
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
And the only person that can beat Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones. Yeah,
That's how it goes. Oh God, Spank the Monkey lends a hand. I don't know who writes these. Want a Bone. A love story. Apparently, it is Lady and the Tramp Uncut Edition. And everyone's favorite, Just the Tip.
Just the tip.
A painting by numbers book. Oh gosh, and that is all. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I have to go through. This is very much real. This is very much my life. I'm not creative enough to make this stuff up.
Hey, that's why I don't put when I ask questions. I learned this the hard way the first time. Send in your sausage questions didn't give really good responses.
There was an app, NGL or something, and I did a couple of those once and got all types of crazy stuff. I was like, nope, never again. Never again. Y'all are wild. Y'all are just waiting for a reason to go off.
Is that the anonymous one?
Yeah.
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 That's asking.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know better, but I do now. But that was probably because they asked what is going to be one of the children's books. When am I going to start reading the children's books? I'm like, I'm not doing that. But
You'll read one when you write your own.
Maybe I should write my own about barbecue.
Kids book.
Yeah, I could draw it.
Goodnight Moon. I don't know,
smoke tales.
Yeah,
there it is. We'll make that happen. All right. First.
Well, I mean, I know what your naughty children's book would be. Smoking wood and rubbing butts.
That is true. That is true. I can do that.
All right. So real questions.
Actual questions from people who are not related to me.
Yeah.
Do you weigh / measure your seasoning per pound of meat for consistency? That comes from CK Cumber.
sausage, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Any other like large protein, no.
Yeah.
At this point, like you're just
You
if
season
you're doing as much as we do for like a cook or a pop up, it's just gonna take too much time to do it.
Yeah.
I know depending on the protein, like if I'm doing brisket, I know it needs more salt, so I'm gonna do a base coat of salt before I throw my rest of my rub on. If it's pork, I'm not gonna throw as much salt on there because there's plenty of salt in the rub.
Yeah.
Now with sausage, and I don't do this, and I should. You weigh out all your ingredients based on your pounds of meat you have.
Mm-hmm.
Your salt percentage shouldn't just be based on the weight of meat. It should be based on the weight of meat and the rest of the seasonings.
Yes.
And so basically every component that you're putting into the sausage that's not salt, that's what you base your salt percentage off of. Shout out to Lane for reminding me that's how you do it.
Yes. Hey, Lane. Now, the back end of this is if you are in the midst of recipe/rub development, then yes.
Yeah.
That is going to be the easiest way to make a rub is to weigh everything before you start, then weigh it when you're done, and then you know exactly what goes on.
Or if you're brining, say you're like making a pastrami or you're like curing a ham, or curing some bacon, you definitely want to weigh out your seasoning.
Agreed. Because when we do this, and people keep asking, like, I make this stuff up. What rub do you use? My own. I spent years getting it right to use. So yes, I do have huge restaurant tubs of my own rubs that when I'm doing pop-ups, that's what it is.
Ad of the rubs
Like
behind
right
you.
I
Literally just behind you.
build
Wait,
up
we
a
just
stack.
need a shelf.
Just stack.
No, yeah, like it's funny. I get messages from rub companies and Instagram. I don't even respond to them. I'm just like, it's like, would you be interested in using our rub? No.
No,
I'm only going to use my rub, and then if I'm cooking stuff for myself, I'll use my friend's rub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's But next question. So what do I have to cook so I can win $200?
Tyler Hodge, when you said I got $200 on me,
Yeah.
and a sausage cook-off, he was
down.
he was asking what do we have to cook. He's like, do we cook do the whole trinity? So it's like brisket, ribs, and sausage.
I'd be down for it.
Yeah.
We'd have to have a non-bias or blind taste test. So we just have to figure out when are we all, of course, Lee. Once again, the voice you hear, but the face you don't see. It is, yeah, I would do it. So I'm sure we'll see Tyler back at Holy Smokes.
Yeah, we'll see him at some point before
Yeah, we'll
that.
see him before that. But
Yeah.
Tyler, if you're listening, brother, I've got 500 on Bryan that'll be donated to Holy Smokes on site.
But here's the thing: is like you're getting really good odds because all the money will be on Tyler.
Oh,
Yeah, you're getting really good odds. Yeah,
that's even better.
well, no.
That's for
Like,
charity.
here's the thing: is like, shout out to Tyler when he goes to. You saw it at Holy Smokes. He puts in the fucking work.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon my French, but like if he shows up at a festival, he is doing everything.
Oh, I get it, but
Yeah.
that just goes to show I believe in you.
Yeah, I know.
So
But,
I got 5 on my man Bryan, and all the proceeds get donated to Holy Smoke. We can make a whole thing of it, what have you. But that's
everybody in
mine.
Texas has got money on Tyler.
Let him.
Yeah.
Let him. This is my man, $100,000. Let's go. I put on you, and why not? Everyone gets to eat some Q, and it goes to a great cause.
All right, so this is a question more for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, food and site recommendations for a trip to Jamaica, and that comes from Hazy Growlers.
What's up, Hazy? Thank you for being a constant listener from like the beginning. Hazy's been asking questions since like people started to find out who I was. So thank you for that. Best way, nowhere on the resort. That's the shortest and best answer. Nowhere on the resort, because though you go to Jamaica, they want to feed you American food. Don't ask me why. The burgers at the resort are trash. Find you a dope. This is what you do. Get to your resort. Go to the front desk and be like, hey, where's the janitor? Then go find the janitor and go talk to the janitor and say, hey, you got a buddy that can drive me and my guys around. We want to eat everything that's not here. And that's where you're going to get the best food. There are a few shops set up on certain resorts, not Sandals though. Sandals doesn't have it, but that are set up there that have like good jerk, good goat. But Go to the front desk, ask for the janitor, go talk to the janitor. Janitor's going to let you know the best spots to go get grub because they are not going to be anywhere on the premises. I can guarantee you that. That's just my little suggestion, my 2 cents. You're up.
Chicken sausage, yay or nay? JoJo from Zavalas. All right, so here's the thing: are we saying strictly chicken? Because a lot of people cheat and do the chicken sausage with the pork fat.
Yeah. I'm going to say no. Like, if I want chicken, I'm going to just go get a wing.
Look,
That's a lot of work.
I haven't made a chicken sausage yet. I know they can be good.
Yeah.
But it's just something that I haven't taken the time to do.
No, I'm not running. I'm not going for it, to be honest. I'm just like, no, if I want chicken, I'll just go get a breast or like get a 6-piece from KFC or something. Like, I'm not going through all that work to put it in a sausage form.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you talk about the work, yeah, I'd rather just
for that, I'll just go get a leg. Do you smoke sausage with the rig open the whole cook? Mark Longman. Hey, shout out to Mark. Hey, Mark, how is Noah doing? It's almost that birthday time. Yeah, time is flying by, man. Mark's on the other side of the world. It's nighttime there. Do you smoke sausage with the rig open? No?
No, I think it's because anytime I take a picture.
Yeah, it's always.
Yeah. No, that's just to take a picture. I do smoke sausage differently than some people do, though.
That's true.
So they'll build a coal bed and they'll throw like a big log on there and then close down their door and then leave their stack fully open. Mm-hmm. I close down my stack and kind of crack my door and then run a really small fire. And I feel for me, I can control the temp, like, because usually when they're doing that, they're trying to run about 150, 160 right off the bat. Mm-hmm. I like to run my fire for 2 hours of between like 135 and 145 until I get the color I want. Yeah. So it's easier for me. And that's just probably out of bad habit. That's how I learned to do it. And that's how I do it is I'll build a coal bed and then throw like a small log on there and then kind of keep the flame super low so I can keep it about like 135, 145 until I'm happy with the color. Then I'll flip, wipe off the links of any grill marks, and then add more wood to bump it up to like the 160, 170 range. Okay. And then run the rest of it till it finishes. There you go. But the door is closed during that process.
Yes, has to be. You're up, my friend.
All right. What one barbecue class would you recommend to someone who wants to improve their skills? Barbecue Yinka. Okay. Shout out to Barbecue Yinka. He does really cool, like more.
That's the cat that's local.
Right, yeah, he's in Roswell.
Okay.
So he does more kind of like dish-focused barbecue. And he'll pair with like Deep Roots Wine Marketing and do a tasting there.
Okay. There's another guy that was from Roswell that we don't talk about anymore.
There's some weird stories about that one.
There are, but we'll save that for like, we'll put that one behind the paywall.
No, there's not one barbecue. Oh. Actually, there is one barbecue class I would recommend, and they don't offer it anymore because they got too big. Yeah, because you can't do the Goldies 101 class anymore. No. I mean, so we talked about the Leroy and Lewis Barbecue University. Yep. That's more for people in the industry. Yeah. You are going to learn a lot of cool techniques, but before you go do a class, you need to know what you're cooking on. If you're going to learn at the class how to use the equipment you have. A lot of these barbecue classes, like especially in Texas, they're going to focus on offset cooking. If you don't have an offset cooker, you're really not going to benefit from learning those techniques.
Very true.
And also see if they're going to demonstrate how to cook on a backyard cooker, because there's a lot difference than cooking on like a 95 gallon or 115 gallon offset backyard cooker to cooking on a 500 gallon offset.
250, a 500,
or 1,000. Yeah, completely different.
Whole different ball game. And everyone's like, I'm good. It's like, no. You might be a mean SOB on that 95, but come fire up this 1,000 gallon where you're having trouble just trying to get it to break 150. And you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know who it was. It may have been Johnny, a Jerby Barbecue. He said he was talking about how people were angry that they couldn't use. They tried to go step by step on Aaron Franklin's YouTube video on a pellet grill, And it doesn't work the same way. It's like,
work.
I'm cooking at 275. Why is it coming out this way? It's because
it's
not the same type of heat.
Nope. That's like saying I've got a Bic lighter. It's the same thing. No, your Bic lighter is not the same as a Wolf stove.
Right.
Fire isn't fire. This is an interesting one.
Well, I mean, so so what would you say? It's like, figure out what style of cooking you want to do. Find a class that caters to that style of cooking. That's how you're going to learn. Because if you go to a class that's doing the style of cooking that you're not doing, and then you go back, you're not going to be able to use the techniques that you learned.
Leroy and Lewis will not teach you competition barbecue.
No.
Harry Sue's class
will
teach you competition barbecue.
Right.
There you go. Figure out your lane and then put that bad boy in drive. This is a good one. This is one that I don't think I've ever experienced. So I'm actually a little perplexed, and I'm going to lean to my conscience over here to answer for you.
I have experienced this.
Good, because I was about to lean on Lee, because Lee knows I'm not this guy. But the question is how to deal with people who constantly want free shit as I get started in pop-ups. This is by SG Gainy 97. Thank you for always dropping in questions and listening. Really, really appreciate it. I'll let you go first because, the thread, am I the asshole? Oh, I'm definitely the asshole.
Here's the thing is, I'm also the asshole.
Hey.
I like, if someone comes up and asks for free samples, pardon my French, fuck off.
If you are not like a child that's just trying to learn or like, no, go away.
No. There was,
no.
I think it was at my first anniversary at Pontoon. Some dude saw the line, came up and asked for, like, you guys got any samples? And everybody else in the line just looked at him and goes, no. I didn't even have to answer.
Bitch, does this look like Costco to you?
No.
Do you see $1.75 hot dogs on the wall?
No, here's the thing is, like, if anybody asks for something free, straight up, don't do it.
No.
Don't give it to them. Now, if you have regulars that come in and like, oh, I have a sausage that I've got a sausage that I wasn't totally happy with. I know you didn't order it. I'm going to throw in something or this is a sausage you haven't had and I got an extra one. I'm going to throw it in for free. Or if it's the end of the ribs, I'll throw in a couple end of the ribs that I normally wouldn't, sell to a customer, but they're the good bites that I like. So I'm going to throw it in for a regular. I've had people come up, see that a regular got extras and come up and ask me, it's like, oh, you're giving out food? It's like, no, I'm not giving out food. Like, these people come and support me, so I'm letting them try stuff that they may have never tried.
And they are so quick. They are so quick to run over. Like, hey, is there free stuff? Like, no, nothing free is coming this way. Or like, no, sir, this is wait in line. Like, relax.
So like the second time I ever did boudin, I messed up and I didn't cook the rice fully enough. I tried it. I cut a little piece and let someone try it, and they go, hey, have you tried this yet? And I go, no. And I took a bite, and it's like, oh, the rice isn't. So I was like, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to sit on this food and throw it away, though. So anybody that was ordering something, if they ordered, they're like, yeah, I'll try the boudin. It's like, hey, this isn't 100% where I want it to be. Give me your feedback, but here you go. But if someone came up and didn't order, it's like, yeah, I just want to try the boudin. They're not getting it. Like,
yeah, that's this once again. This is not Costco. We don't do samples. My thing is, you're not going to walk up to a Ruth Chris and be like, can I try that ribeye? What? No, you're not going to walk in let's drop the bar really low. You're not strolling to McDonald's. Hey, let me try that quarter pounder.
This is an ice cream shop. We don't have little taster spoons.
Yeah, this is not how any of this works, sir. And no, just leave.
So
what do you do for a living? I'm a lawyer. Hey, can I try your services for an hour? Like what? Can I try your oil change?
Can I try?
Do you see how stupid it sounds as you put I try and then
right.
Professions after it? Come on.
Also, if I know you may be tempted to, I think there's a difference between if you have a restaurant and you're a pop-up. If you're running through the pop-up and you're almost out of food, it's cool if you give someone a little extra if they order. Do not start shouting out that we're going to offer discounts for the next 30 minutes.
Don't do that. Never discount your stuff.
Yeah. Like it's got to be the same. Like it's got to be the same price. Like if I got 3 pounds of pork and someone ordered, a pound and a half, it's cool to give them get up to 2 pounds.
Yeah, give it a little extra, but never ever. I cannot stress this enough. I guess it's my turn on this question, but never discount your food. Either give it away, but never discount it. And by give it away, I mean hefty load when you realize, all right, I don't have enough for everything, so we'll just portion down so we're done, but never discount it. Because then when you do that, people are just like, oh, well, last time he discounted when he got low. I'll just wait. There's no incentive to
find a local fire station.
Yeah.
That's like I had some extra food from the last pop-up because that's the one thing about being in a restaurant. Guess what happens when kids are out of school in that area? People don't show up. This is the whole learning experience for me. So I donated a hefty tray to the local fire station down the street.
There you go.
Like there's ways you can donate the food without lowering the value of your food.
There is.
Yeah.
But really, the way to address that is to let them know you're a business. You don't give out samples. If they want samples, if you're trying to be mean, tell them to go to Costco. If you're trying to be, not me, just let them know, hey, I appreciate your interest, but I don't offer samples. If you want to, get yourself a plate, hop in line, be happy to take care of you. If not, use like DoorDash. But you are a business and you have to keep thinking of that and you're going to get hit with it because, gosh, I know you'd mentioned it to me a little bit ago, but someone else had reached out saying, hey, I've got this influencer that's coming to me that wants to get a plate for them to review and blah, blah, blah. I was like, first off, they went around it the wrong way. We know a lot of food influencers, and none of them would ever ask for free food. No. They don't even want to tell you.
They're an influencer.
Yeah, true food influencers that do reviews will never tell you that they're a food influencer that does reviews. If they're like popular and recognized, they'll usually send a buddy. Or if you may not know them as well, but they do a lot of write-ups, they will just go ahead, order a little bit of everything, and then do the review on the side. And I know a lot of them, and they don't try to trash you. If it wasn't good food, they don't even review it. They don't even put the review out. But the true influencers, the true reviewers will never come to you and be like, hey, you should give me free food so I can tell people about it. Doesn't work that way. So if you're dealing with that, brother, don't give it any more attention. Just keep pushing through and focus on those who are willing to invest in you and your craft and your grub.
So I had someone hit me up and email me. They're like, hey, we possibly want to do a catering in October when I come try your food. I go, cool. You can come in a little early. I had been selling, like, those are the weeks I had sold out. So I was concerned that I was going to sell out again. I'd be like, come in at like 11:45. I'll make you a tray. This is what it's going to cost. I don't give out food for free. You'd be like, but I'll give you a little bit of everything for this cost. And they were cool with it. If the people then responds like, oh, no, you're not going to give it to me for free, just immediately said, like, thank you for your interest, but I don't, yeah.
Even when you go to wedding catering tastings,
yeah,
it's not free.
It's
you
not
still
free.
Have to pay. It may be slightly discount because they're giving you like a smaller set portion if there's something they already have on the menu going.
Yeah.
But it's not free. There's no free in this.
Well, so what's funny, okay, so I'm doing a wedding in May. They emailed me and said, hey, can we come try the food? I go, yeah, like, let me know. I'll make you guys a tray. Again, I'll make you guys a full tray. They didn't say a thing. They walked through the line. They got the food. Then they came back after me. And I was like, I would have made you guys a special tray with everything and just charged you a lace. I was like, no, we want to just pay. It's like, I'm immediately doing that wedding.
Yeah.
Like.
Those are the clients to go for. Those are the ones to go for. Let's do at least two more. I think we got enough for two more. Let's make it two good ones. That we can save that next one for next week, and that next one because not that repeat one.
Not the repeat one.
Not the repeat. No, I won't do that one either. Well, you pick it.
Well, I mean, let's just like I kind of want to do the one after because it's kind of a fun question.
All right, go for it.
You have to get rid of one for the rest of your life. One meat for the rest of your life. Beef, lamb, chicken, or pork. What are you getting rid of? That's J Fitch 88.
Pork.
You're getting rid of pork.
I'm getting rid of pork. Bye bacon. Bye. Baby got back, but I ain't backing it up here. Gotta go.
I think I get rid of the easy ones, lamb. Like
I'm an Islander.
It's not easy because when lamb is good,
it's so good.
It is so good.
It's really
fat grizzly gets you like lip smacking good.
so you can't eat it, but you can still cook it. Is this?
No, it's just rid of it out of your life.
Right?
It's just gone. Like it's.
I mean, then I have to get rid of lamb because the only reason I say get rid of lamb is I know I'm going to eat more chicken. Like it was either between lamb and chicken.
Okay.
And I don't think I can ever give up chicken wings.
Oh yeah, wings have me in.
Yeah. And my livelihood depends on brisket.
Yeah.
And I like spare ribs and bacon too much. So it's lamb.
I love pork, but it'd have to go. Hit the road, Jack.
I mean, no one's buying it anyway.
Yeah, I love lamb, chicken, and beef. I'm not giving up steaks. It's a cold day in hell before I give up steaks. True Wagyu, no way. But pork you can go. I love heritage breed, love Dorado, all that.
Wagyu to keep beef around.
Yeah, that's true. There's many options and ways like stew peas, Jamaican stew peas. Nah, pork's got to be the go. Got to go. We got.
I mean, you could do stew peas with curry goat though.
It's Jamaican stew peas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So nah. I mean, we there's a version of it, but no. Nope, not for me. Not for me. It's gone. And we'll do lastly. If you're doing these are not that bad. What do you do? This is from Lacey. What do you use or do to prevent sticking to grates?
Regularly clean your grates.
Okay.
I mean, that's the first thing. So when you first get a grill or a smoker, you should season it.
Yes.
So first of all, you're gonna have to like clean it off because it's probably gonna have
that oil.
Yeah, well, also metal shop shavings. So you're gonna kind of scrape it all off and then burn it out really well. Then you're gonna season it. So you can go as low as vegetable oil, or like you kind of want a high heat oil, so you don't want to use something like olive oil. So grapeseed oil,
avocado oil,
linseed oil is really but linseed oil is more for the seasoning the outside.
I do both. I lately in past year and change when I'm doing reseasoning, I'm just using beef tallow.
Yeah, beef tallow. It's great. So that's gonna if you properly season your grates, that's gonna help you not stick.
Yeah.
In between cooks, you should be you don't want a lot of buildup on your grates.
Do not serve dry pulled pork with a ton of creosote to make people sick. I'm not talking from personal experience or anything.
Yeah, if your food is sticking to the grates, that's not a pit snack. That's a cleaning issue.
That is a health hazard to all involved. But that's what I would. Yeah, we're on the same page.
I mean, so the onion, the onion's more for flavor, right?
The onion is more for flavor. Onions work on grates. It works on cast iron. It just removes. I can never remember the name of the chemical that is in onions, but it helps remove the metallic taste from cast irons and fresh grates. So after I've wiped down, because you do have to really wipe down your grates, because they have shavings, they have that oil on there. There's a lot of stuff you don't want on there. Really get them done. Then I hit them with the base of that oil. Then I hit them with the tallow. Rinse and repeat.
And then there's the other thing is if it looks like it's sticking, there's the other thing is it's probably not ready to flip yet.
Yeah, it's just like when you're doing the My Artifact in a skillet or when you're braising or browning something. If it's fighting you to lift, stop trying to pull it. It's not time. The food tells you when it's ready. It's that simple. Just gotta listen to it. But yeah, that was good. Welcome back, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you for having me back.
Yeah,
thank you for not finding a replacement.
Well, that's not out.
There was only so much time.
There was only so much time.
Well, we're gonna put up a posting on Monster.
Next week, can I request that we read at least one email?
Okay.
I mean, how many do we have?
I've got to check. We get a lot of emails, and shout out to Tim for always emailing over his questions, but I'll check. So if you guys want to apply and you think it's hilarious, please email your resume of why you should be.
I have to read them though, right?
Yeah, you have to.
That's
email us your barbecue resume at thisweekinbarbecue@gmail.com.
And then the person you're replacing will read why you should replace me.
Yes, let us know why we should replace Bryan with you. That'd be a good one. But no, it's good to have you back. It's been another good episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please do us a little favor. We're find out this really helps, but if you would give us a 5-star, 1-star, half a star, any stars, it would be amazing. Even a shooting star on whatever app platform, podcast, Stitcher, however it gets down.
Bonus points if it says the more you know.
Exactly. It would really help us out. Leave us a review if you found any of this useful, or if we are so far off the mark we should be vegans. Let us know that too. We appreciate it. But as always, this has been This Week in Barbecue, the barbecue-focused podcast that introduces you to both the good, the bad, and everything in between of the world of barbecue. I'm your host, Rasheed Phillips, and joining me is Mr.
Bryan Hull.
And the face you don't see, but the voice you love, Mr.
Lee Garman.
Hey, tell a friend to tell two friends, and be good to one another.
Cheers.
Salud.